Hare Krishna everyone, I am Kavya Budhiraja and welcome back to Being Krishna Conscious. Recently, I was invited to deliver a lecture to some school students ranging from class 5th to class 12th. Now during that lecture, I asked those students who was their best friend. So some students came and named their best friends. The second question I asked them was, who is your biggest enemy? Now, to my surprise, a young girl came forward and took the name of a boy, and everybody started laughing like anything. Now, the third and the most interesting question that I asked those students was, who is your best friend and your greatest enemy at the same time? It means, who is that one personality who can act as your best friend and your biggest enemy both at the same time? So all the students were having so much fun and everyone was having a great time. But this third question is very significant. Now, I ask that question to you all. Who is your best friend and your greatest enemy at the same time? Interestingly, Sri Krishna has talked about this one personality in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. According to Sri Krishna, that personality who can act as your biggest friend and your biggest enemy is none other than your mind. Now let us try to understand this. According to Shastras, our body is made up of 3 different levels. Level number 1 is called gross body or the Sthul Sharir. This gross body is made up of 5 elements, the body which you can see right now. This is level 1. Level 2 is above level 1, which is known as the subtle body or Sukshma Sharir. Now this is comprised of 3 elements, which are Man, Buddhi, Ahankar. This Man is called the mind. Buddhi means intelligence and Ahankar means ego. Now some of us say, well, this is not my ego. It is my self-respect. We all have some self-esteem. That is nothing but ego itself. Well, let's reserve this particular topic for some other discussion. Coming on to level number 3, which is above level number 1 and 2, which is nothing but the spirit soul. Now talking about level 2, we have Man, Buddhi, Ahankar. Let's talk about Man, which is mind, and Buddhi, intelligence. What is the difference between mind and intelligence? Let me give you a practical example. Supposing I know that I have my exam the next week and my intelligence is telling me to study because I did not pay any attention in the class and I do not know anything about that subject. So my intelligence is telling me to study right now. But what is my mind telling me? My mind is constantly telling me to scroll through Instagram and to keep looking at the reels or shorts on YouTube. It will not let me study. So this is the difference between intelligence and mind. My intelligence knows the distinction between right and wrong and it tells me to do right. But it is my mind which is so uncontrolled that it keeps telling me to commit what is wrong. That is why we can see so many ill happenings taking place in the society. Theft, robbery, dacoity, rapes, and other crimes. This is the reason. The ultimate root is uncontrolled mind. So what is the need? The actual need is to control the mind. Right now, we all can at least agree that right now we have uncontrolled mind. No matter how hard we tell ourselves to wake up early from tomorrow morning, that tomorrow never comes. In the Bhagavad Gita, this mind has been compared to a monkey. Now we all know that a monkey is so restless that it cannot even sit for one entire minute at one place. It keeps jumping from one place to another, from one branch to another, to another, to another, and it is so restless that it won't be controlled. So our mind has been compared to a monkey which is so restless. I'm sure people from India, especially those who were born in the 90s, must have seen that Madari wala dance in their childhood, in which a person known as the Madari showcases a dance of monkeys in which the male monkey would come and he will propose to the female monkey for marriage, and then the female monkey would wear all the bangles. She will put up shringar and get ready for the marriage. So there is an entire theme, and all of these steps are taking place on the beats that the Madari is giving to the monkeys. Now, on one hand, on which we are saying that a monkey is so restless that it is almost impossible to control it. It is so restless. Versus that Madari who is able to control not one, not two, but even 3-4 monkeys together at the same time and making them dance on his beat. How is this possible? What did the Madari do to control these monkeys who are so restless? If we are able to answer this question, then the same answer will be applicable on how to control the monkey-like uncontrolled mind. What does the Madari do? The Madari trains the monkey. He takes up a training process, an appropriate technique to train those monkeys. So the answer is we have to train our minds so that they can shift from being uncontrolled to controlled. Now the question comes, what is that training process? Which technique are we supposed to take up in order to control our mind? That technique or that training process in the age of Kali Yuga is very easy. It is not tapasya, it is not some form of worship, it is not yagyas, it is not doing sacrifices, but it is only one thing, the most simple thing, which is Hare Ranam, Hare Ranam, Hare Ranam eva kevalam, kalau nastev gatir anyatha. Chanting the holy names of Krishna is the only way in the age of Kali Yuga. There is no other way, no other way, no other way. Nastev gatir anyatha. So in the age of Kali Yuga, the training process to control the mind is to keep chanting the names of Lord Hari. But there are so many mantras, there are so many different names. Krishna has numerous names. Which all names are we supposed to chant? Which mantra are we supposed to chant? To answer this, let me give you a situation. If you want to travel to a far off place and you have two options. Option number 1 is that you can travel by a bus. And option number 2 is that you can go by an aeroplane. Which one will you choose? Obviously, we all would choose the second option. Why? Because in the first option, which is traveling by bus, you will definitely reach your destination, but it will take longer time and the journey would be uncomfortable. Versus the second option, which is more time convenient and you will be so comfortable during your flight. Similarly, if you have 2 or more mantras which can definitely take you to your desired goal, which is Krishna, but one of them will take longer time and the other one will make you reach quickly and more efficiently, which one will you choose? You will definitely choose the one which is more time efficient and which is more comfortable. And that mantra, which is also known as the Tarak Brahma mantra, is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This 16-lettered mantra is so powerful that you do not need any other thing, any other vehicle to travel from this material world to Krishna in the spiritual world. That is why this mantra is called Tarak Brahma mantra. वो मंत्रा जो हमें तारने की क्षमता रखता है. So the technique or the training to control our mind is to keep chanting this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and we will surely reach our destination, which is Krishna Prem. And make sure that when you are chanting, you are putting all your energy, all your heart into chanting so that when Krishna sees us, he becomes pleased by our endeavors and our sincerity. So let us not wait for the right time, but let us take this time and make it right by chanting the names of Krishna and making our lives successful and sublime. So start chanting from today onwards and do let me know your experience as well. Hare Krishna, Jai Srila Prabhupada, Jai Jai Sri Radhe Shyam.